To the top of the world as global tensions find a new stage in the warming Arctic, with Russia, China, and the U.S. all putting forces on display. ABC's Stephanie Ramos explains.
This morning, growing concern over the Arctic, where Russian and Chinese warships have stepped up military cooperation in recent weeks. And bombers from both countries seen patrolling the skies near Alaska in July for the first time. The resource-rich Arctic now a new point of tension as the U.S., China, and Russia see new opportunities. In a region where rising temperatures have caused the polar ice sheet to recede, there are now sea lanes and shipping routes opening up. We traveled to Alaska, where U.S. Special Operation teams are preparing for any conflict in the region.
We are with a team of Green Berets as they operate in the Arctic.
We follow them to the closest point to Russia on the American mainland.
Some of the areas where our outstations are at, less than 3 miles away from Russia. So the actions that our personnel and the operations that our personnel are taking on the ground there, they are going to elicit a response in some form or fashion.
This is Polar Dagger, a mission intended to show Russia's decision makers what the U.S. military can do in the remote areas of the Arctic.
Just being in this location, rapidly deploying, rapidly force projecting, is going to cause a reaction that then we can look at for future operations.
But the goal is to keep the Arctic stable and prevent the risk of miscalculation with Russia and China as they increase their operations in the region. Colonel Matthew Tucker says the military's ability to operate here shouldn't be taken as a threat.
The Bering Strait is literally right here. We need to make sure that we have freedom of navigation within the Bering Strait, and so our ability to deploy here and ensure that in a crisis or conflict is something that we need to be able to do on behalf of the nation.
For Good Morning America, Stephanie Ramos, Wales, Alaska.